This is a real story, but none of you will probably believe me, and I usually don't even talk about this because of trauma and the fact people look at me like I'm crazy when I tell them about it. This was on the news too, but out of privacy and respect, I won't share the articles and news clips to the public eye. Anyways, this is a story about my intuition and my friend at the time, strange older brother. I will call him Corey and I'll call her Kara. I always used to play over her house considering her mom and my mom were friends. Back then the whole neighborhood was like a playground and it honestly felt so much bigger as a child. The world is a scary place, but I always had common sense and that kept me in one piece considering I was accident prone. Anyways, I'd play at Kara's house and I always had the weird feeling around her brother Corey. It felt like he constantly watched me and it made me uncomfortable. He seemed popular and everyone always hung out around him, but every time I was around him I felt sick. He would do things like kick small animals and make them yelp. He was aggressive when he played with us and one time held my head underwater when we went swimming. One time he watched me change in the bathroom and I noticed him after I got dressed and saw the door cracked. I didn't see him, but I felt he was there. Sometimes it felt like his own mom was scared of him. One day I went over to Kara's house when I was in middle school. The door was unlocked and I just walked in. I thought they were home because I had spaghetti cooking and smelled like Kara's mom cooking. I turned around and it was Corey. He was acting normal and nothing rang a bell. At first I asked him where Kara and her mom were and he said they went to the store. He said I could go in Kara's room and wait for her good morning to get back, and I almost did. I felt him looming behind me as I was about to go to her room. This was normal like every other time, but for some reason, I felt scared out of nowhere. I felt like I was suffocating and my throat started to hurt and I started to cry. I turned around and looked at him and all of a sudden I started begging him to let me go with tears pouring from my eyes. We both stood there for 5 minutes in suffocating silence and then he said I could go. I faced him as I slowly backed up towards the door and I ran all the back home and called the police. By the time they arrived he had already killed himself. Kara was found dead in her bed and her mom was found dead in hers. He had stabbed them to death. The end. Thank you a lot for watching. If you liked it, consider liking the video and subscribe to the channel. And please comment if you had a similar experience. I'd like to know your story. Bye. See you in the next video.